So have a look what I actually ended up buying. And usually dressed quite plainly, not really goth at all. And they'll come up to me and they'll say, I know you must think I'm an idiot dressed like this. Greetings, goths, punks, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk and cosmic groovers. How you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, today I've just got a train up to a place called Mosley and I went inside this big second-hand place. It's called Emmaus. It's a charity that helps homeless people and people, you know, with issues get back on their feet. It provides housing and all sorts of things. But anyway, it's a gold mine for vintage clothes, vintage goods, antique goods, bric-a-brac, and it's really good. The prices in there, very affordable, and I like supporting it. So I've just been in there. I'll just show you quickly a few of the items I was looking at. So have a look what I actually ended up buying. I saw it and I thought, let's have a look at the price, and it was £20, which, you know, it's not cheap, but it's not terrible either. And I'm never going to see an item like this up for sale. I very much doubt it. So, you know, it's a cool item. It's a, you know, a ball and chain, what they used to put to prisoners. And what a cool item to buy. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. The only bad point is I got the train to Mosley and I thought I'll walk back, which is about 3.5 miles, which will be fine for my daily exercise. And now I've got a heavy ball and chain to carry back, but it's all good. So there's actually a few things I want to talk about today. But first of all is I can hardly get on any of my local walks. There's been these terrible moor fires, which are like wildfires, and the areas that they've devastated is absolutely huge. And everywhere where I usually go and where I enjoy walking, it's all closed off to the public still. So today is an easy, accessible walk along the canal, but I'm enjoying getting out. It's a lovely day and feels nice to be out. So canal walks are a little bit different, a little bit urbanised, even though we're quite, well, semi-rural really. The section of canal that I'm walking today, it's actually my favourite section of the local canal to where I live. It's a very green, very picturesque stretch of canal. So it's been a really hot summer this year. We've had heat wave after heat wave. We're just finishing one now, but I think we're going to pay for it this winter. I think usually is the way. We're nearly in one of my favourite months of the year, September, which is also my birthday month. And September is the month that summer ends. So yeah, summer's last gasp is kind of September. So that's another reason I love it. So just putting the camera forward now so you guys can see as I'm seeing. And it is a really nice, sleepy section of the canal. And yeah, I like this section. But it's favourite to a lot of local people, this bit here. It's like where we are now, going on to Scout Tunnel. So you can see with all the heat waves we've had in this really hot summer, even the canal levels are really sinking, as you can see at the sides here. So yeah, this section of the canal, I said it's like a dreamy section. Let's think of some other words. It's kind of got an enchanting feel to it. And words are important because they really help describe things. And yes, it has a very enchanting, almost magical feel. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is the goth scene and how I think it's really helpful if we're kind to people. And helpful, I mean, when I say this, I mean people who are genuinely interested in goth, not people taking the mick or looking, to argue. But when people are genuinely interested in it, I find it very beneficial to be helpful and kind to those people. And I think this is especially important with young people who have just got into goth. And, we should always be kind to them and helpful. And, if they ask questions, try and answer them to the best of our abilities. Because at one point we was in their shoes or very similar shoes. And we need young people in the goth scene. I mean, I'm an elder goth now and we're not going to be around forever. So we need younger people coming into it to keep it alive. And one day, hopefully, they'll be the elders. Now, I'm going to describe something that's happened to me quite a lot in my life. What it is this: I'll be at a gig and I'll be there stood with my friends in my goth gear or whatever. And someone will come up, it could be a man or a woman, and usually young people, younger than me anyway, and usually dressed quite plainly, not really goth at all. And they'll come up to me and they'll say, I know you must think I'm an idiot dressed like this, but I really love the music. That's why I've come to the gig. And that gets me every time. I'm like, you're not an idiot. You can love the bands and, you're equal to us. Being dressed like this, it doesn't mean we're more than you. It's just how we like dressing. And, I think it's important to really give the hand of friendship out to these people. They might have jobs where it restricts the way they dress or have their hair. Or, they might not have just had experience meeting many goth people, so they don't have the sort of shared hive mind of skills of how to DIY your clothes, what shops to go to, how to do your makeup or hair. They simply might not have met enough people to learn these sort of tribal group skills that we all learn and teach each other. So, I've always made an effort to talk to those people and really make them feel welcome. And I think we should all do this. And, it's really quite heartbreaking that people will be thinking, that we're going to judge them as being not as good as us or less goth. They're there for the bands, they're paying in and they're enjoying the music. The goths, as far as I can see it. If you can see in the distance, there's a tunnel there and it's a really long canal tunnel. And I usually go through there and film it. I'm not going to go that way today. I'm going to go over the top of the tunnel, which is just as interesting, but in a different way. But if you want to see what the tunnel looks like, I'll put a link in the description below of a video with me walking through there. Right, so this track that I'm on now, it's actually known as the Black Road, probably because it's really muddy when it rains. And I thought it was closed off. I mean, some of this area is closed off due to a new housing development, which is annoying because it's not benefiting anyone, really, unless you're rich enough to buy one of these houses or you're the company making money from it. For the rest of the public, it's just an inconvenience. But it is closed off down the other end. So surprised this end was open. So, well, the cat's away, as they say. Now, it's actually an embanked track. It was the route of an old railway line, but this area hasn't been developed yet. But they reckon when they actually build this housing development, they're going to make it like a nice proper track. So we shall see about that. Now, I might have been a bit harsh initially about the new housing development. Now, they are going to be redeveloping this area as well into a 31-acre country park, which would be nice, and there's going to be a proper surfaced path right through, which will be handy to walk in. over to Mosley or from Mosley to Staley Bridge. My main issue with this is the footpath has been closed at one end anyway. I sort of snuck in here. It's been closed for over a year now, and it could be another more 2 years until it's reopened again. And a lot of these new houses, well, all of them, the smallest 2-bedroom ones are probably going to be over £250,000 to buy. So that's pricing out most new home buyers who live locally to the area, and there's going to be no social housing there either, and these are types of housing we desperately need. Also, a lot of the old industrial structures, old derelict buildings that I used to love as a goth exploring, have all been demolished. I mean, fair enough, they were unsafe, and you've got to think of safety first over things like that. Right, back onto the canal again. I'll come down here before we get to all the building works. I was just chatting to a couple of people there, friendly people. It's nice. Most people you meet walking are friendly. It's rare you don't. I think most people are friendly online in the goth community, especially on YouTube. I can't say so much for TikTok. I believe that's quite toxic, but I don't really bother with that. So I'm really glad I came out for this walk today. I've been a bit down with all the moors being closed off and most of my favourite walks inaccessible because of the moor fires, but I've really liked it today. It's been so pleasant walking down this canal, and like I say, it's a really nice section of canal. Anyway, big thank you to all my recent subscribers. Cheers, guys. You guys are awesome. And to all my subscribers that have been with me for a while now, cheers for sticking around. I really appreciate your support. Cheers. So I'm going to wrap this video up for today now. So thanks for coming along with me on this little walk. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give us a big like and a subscribe if you'd like to. So until the next video, don't forget, be different, stay weird, and stay free. Bye now.